breaking news here. I have a live shot of the annual DNC convention. It's happening live right now. Really exciting stuff. Nice little march going on. Never saw you see so many feminists wearing headscarves. What I like the most about this is the diversity. Really special. This is the brand new Democrat Party. Homegrown. Yeah, this is, when I think of Michigan, this is what I think of. When you think of the future of the Democrat Party, you're looking at it. Again, you just gotta love the diversity here. The point that obviously everybody understands is that Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, the Palestinian movement, the whole Gaza movement, Zohran Mandami, a slate of new Islamists that have been elected to Congress from Democrats. The Democrat Party has done a full fusion with jihadism and communism. And the communists think that they're using the jihadis to gain power, but the jihadis know that they're just using communist, idiot, left-wing, white communists in order to usher in Islam into America. And that's what they're going to do, obviously. You've already seen it happen. You've seen Jewish members, very famous left-wing as you can get, like Scott Wiener here. Scott Wiener here is Jewish. He's the single most radical left-wing politician in America. And he was viciously attacked for being a Jew in San Francisco at a transgender march. It's actually
aligning with Gimby's, and I think your policy, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza.
It goes on like this.
Policy on the genocide in Gaza. It's terrible. I think you do not good legislation.
It goes on like
you do this to San Francisco.
This is San Francisco. This is a left-winger in San Francisco. And they're going after him because he's Jewish. And the same thing happened actually in New York with a guy named Dan Goldman. They think their hatred of Trump will save them. No, it won't. This is the guy that brought the Trump impeachment. And it didn't save him. Dan Goldman is complaining about anti-Semitism on the right in this hilarious interview. He just lost in a 20-point blowout to an Islamist. Why? Well, because he's Jewish. He was run out of coffee shops while he was campaigning. So the left, which, by the way, gets 80% of the Jewish vote in America, is gone truly full. You can't be a Jewish person in our party. And that's where they are right now. And so this is a bit of a problem and is going to lead to quite an interesting fracture. And it's already starting. Fetterman says that he's going to leave the Democrat Party. He says he'll leave the Democrat Party. If they go full anti-Israel, he's just going to leave. So, John Fetterman, and I'm going to set aside, my thoughts on this. I don't have any other country other than America. I don't like Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Iran. I don't like any of them. I don't want to go there. I don't want to own houses there. I don't want to travel there. I like America. And so predicating your love of this country on another country is, of course, wrong. However, it is going to lead to a fascinating fracture in the Democrat Party because the Democrat Party's effectively said you can't be a Jewish person and serve in office. Even if you're in San Francisco, this is what we're going to do to you if you're Jewish. That's what they've done. You ask them about it. I think it's wrong, of course. But here we go. John Fetterman is straight up saying, announcing he's going to be exiting the Democrat Party if they declare themselves anti-Israel. This comes after half of the Democrats voted to end all aid to Israel. The Democrat Party is going to become more anti-Israel. You can make that the party platform. That's my red line. I'm done with the Democrat Party, says John Fetterman. John Fetterman, if our party becomes, and I mean officially, an anti-Israel party, I will leave it.
Party, anti-Israel. And I've described that if our party ever becomes, and just make it official as the anti-Israel party, that's when I would leave, because that's been a moral clarity for me. And
So he said it again today.
That official, you may believe that the Democratic Party is going to become more anti-Israel. I mean, as long as we're going to continue to do that, you make that official. You make that part of our platform. That's my red line.
I mean, you can say all you want about, just on its face, I think it's hilarious, and I would love to have John Fetterman leave the Democrat Party. That'd be awesome. Please become an independent or join the Republican Party. Perfectly fine by me. I have a compilation, in fact, to play you, and I will in a moment, of John Fetterman sounding more right-wing than a lot of right-wingers, a lot of Republicans. I will say, on its face, you should never predicate your political affiliation based on a foreign nation. I don't like that. But I do like chaos inside the Democrat Party, and I do want them destroyed. So they are, of course, the vehicle for some very, very scary stuff that is happening in our nation. They're the vehicle. They are the vehicle for the Red-Green Alliance, the Marxists and communists uniting with the Islamists. And it's not going to turn out well for anyone. Obviously, John Fetterman has angered and pissed off a lot of Dems by waving the Israeli flag. Has Palestinian protesters were getting arrested. He's such a troll. Okay. 52% of Pennsylvania voters would like to see Fetterman leave the Democrat Party. So it's in line with polls. Majority of Democrats in Pennsylvania want Senator Fetterman to leave the party. Well, that would be awesome. He's also called out their party for embracing communists.
Loud. And I'm always going to call out people that they're not Democrats. In fact, some of them aren't even socialists. They've actually self-identified as communists. I'm not sure why there's more outrage within the party, and they will refuse to acknowledge or say, well, I haven't been paying attention to that race so much for all those. If your record is what you're running on is the stuff you deleted on Twitter. So, and that wasn't ancient stuff. This was recent, actually. So
it's in its own way, for sure. Which party will control the Senate in 2026? Well, the Republican Party has a really dang good shot right here in the prediction markets. I guess we'll see if John Fetterman flips. I don't know, man. I'd be perfectly happy to see that happen. I don't understand why it's controversial to say we need a secure border. We want to provide the American dream for a migrant, but it seems very difficult when you have 300,000 people showing up at our border to do that. Again, this is a stronger stance on immigration than a lot of Republicans in Congress. So, perfectly happy to have them. Perfectly happy to have them. I'd rather have a much bigger, more rowdy Republican Party and see the Democrats, see their plans to bring communism to America, communist jihadism to America, crumble into hell where it belongs. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.